there, my lovelies. How are we doing? Welcome back. My name is Boomy. Thank you for watching. Now today, guys, I would like to share with you another Walter's World video. And this has come as a request from the wonderful Brian through my Patreon. So Brian, this is the second video that you have requested following your fantastic Louisiana package opening. Absolutely fantastic. Also, just want to address this. I have retried the beignets. I've not rolled them out so thin this time, and they've come out significantly softer, fluffier, fatter, and oh my gosh, just delicious. Right, it is more of a donut, isn't it? It's like a square donut. Fantastic, fabulous. I rolled them too thin. They were a little bit tough, a little bit hard on the braces, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I've redone them. They are fatter and much more delicious this time. So thank you to everyone that reached out and said, Boomy, I think you've rolled them very, very thin. I did. I mean, to be fair, in my defense, it did say on the packet that it made about 24 out of 2 cups of the mix. So I got about 24 out of it, but they were very little and very skinny. Anyway, I digress. Guys, you know, I talk an awful lot. So this is the second video. And this is Walter's World. So we're back with Mark. The do's and don'ts. Oh, sorry, no, the don'ts of New Orleans. So, Boomy, you know, when you ever come over, eventually you'll have an idea of what to not do. Okay, always good to know. Like I said many times, guys, I have a very romanticized idea of what New Orleans is like. I fell in love with New Orleans watching Princess and the Frog when I was much, much younger. I don't know how accurate this depiction in my mind, this vision of New Orleans actually is, but I imagine it's the home place of jazz, the birthplace of jazz. You know, I imagine there's jazz everywhere. And your wonderful accent. Oh, love it. Beautiful accent, Louisianan accent. So yes, let's have a look at what Mark is going to show us on New Orleans. Very exciting. It's definitely on one of my top places that I have to come and visit in the US. Guys, as ever, if you're enjoying these reactions, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, my lovelies. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. The link is over here. And should you be interested in supporting this channel any further, I have a Patreon account if you fancy checking that out. No obligation, but that would be fantastic. The link is in the description below.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in New Orleans, Louisiana for the don'ts of visiting New Orleans. And no, it's not just Mardi Gras here. You can enjoy New Orleans almost all year round. And so what we're going to do is talk about those don'ts today. And the first don't I have for you for when you come to New Orleans is know that you don't call it Nolens. You don't call it New Orleans. It's New Orleans. New Orleans. Think of
that. Okay, I would definitely. I've been saying New Orleans. I think, have I? New Orleans? New Orleans. New Orleans. Don't call it New Orleans, you call it New Orleans. Okay. You know I'm going to get it wrong another 50 times.
this way. It's like new, and then or, like what you row a boat
New
with,
Orleans.
and then lens, like a camera lens.
New Orleans.
That's how you say it, New Orleans. And you put the emphasis on that or, okay? So that's what you need to know. That's the first step, okay? Know how to say the name right. New Orleans, all right?
New Orleans.
Now, my second don't for you is don't worry too much about the liquor laws here. Look, you can walk around New Orleans with your alcohol, drinking your beer or your hurricane or your hand grenade or whatever you're drinking. You can walk around with that, okay? So don't worry about that. But what you need to know is don't walk around with glass bottles. You have to have it in a plastic cup. Otherwise, the coppers will tell you either throw it away, or if you don't, you could get a ticket. So you do want to be careful with that. But in general, don't worry too much about the open liquor laws here, because you can walk around and enjoy your drink and go and check out the music and all the different places, okay?
That's interesting. So open liquor laws, right? So you can very, comfortably walk around with your drinks, whatever your poison is, whatever your tipple. Okay. But if it's in a glass bottle or you've got a glass, you're going to be asked to throw it away. I understand. I get that. I mean, that's more of a safety thing, right?
Okay. My next don't for you is, if you are going to be imbibing quite a bit, what you do when you're here is don't pee in public. Look, when you're walking on Bourbon Street, you might smell like, well, not everyone follows your directions, Mark. No, not everyone does. But the thing is, if you pee in public, you can get a ticket as well. And I don't think you want to have an arrest record part of your, one of your souvenirs you want to get when you come here. So don't do that.
I mean, I could be wrong, but isn't that isn't that an offense in most places? What's it? I mean, you don't often see people peeing in public in the UK. Nights out are totally different. You probably will find a lot of people doing that when they're on the lash. But in the daytime, I think most people would be a bit horrified and offended if they ever came across anyone peeing in the street. I mean, for good reason, guys. Most toilets are never that far away, are they?
The bars and stuff, they all have restrooms. Sometimes there might have been an attendant. I know in the guys' room at night, on the weekends there have been. You might tip them $1 or something like that. But just know, don't pee in public.
Don't pee in public.
Another don't I have for you is don't bare your breasts for beads. Look, but the thing is realize that there's two things you want to know. One, if you do that, be ready to have them spread all over the internet, because I saw a few people doing that last night where they were doing it. There's like 7 other people taking pictures of them doing it, okay? So that's one thing.
Is this a thing? Bare your breasts for beads, did he say? Is that a thing? Is it a Mardi Gras thing, or is it like an all year round? I'm not gonna lie, it's not an uncommon sight. It's not an uncommon thing on a night out in the UK. So quite a few people don't need that much encouragement, to be honest. Oh, that has tickled me. So, flash your boobies for some beads. That sounds funny. Boobies for beads. Boobies for beads.
The second thing is, if you bare your breasts outside the French Quarter, in the French Quarter, things are pretty laid back and they let things slide. But you get out of the French Quarter, that's called an act of lewdness. That's public nudity. You can be arrested for that, okay? So just know that. Just don't bare your breasts for beads. You can go buy them at Walgreens. And the thing is this all leads into my next stone is, don't think New Orleans is just the French Quarter. I know when you watch the Mardi Gras stuff, they just show the French Quarter. Hey, there's no parades here in the French Quarter during Mardi Gras, by the way. That's on St. Charles Avenue. That's over that way.
Oh.
Look, New Orleans has so much to see. You like history? The National World War II Museum is here. Blocks of history. See the letters that moms and kids wrote back to their parents from the war, the battlements, their accoutrement, everything they had. It's a very moving, very huge, huge museum, well worth checking out. Go out to NOMA, the New Orleans Museum of Art at City Park. It's got a fantastic collection. Oh, you're like, well, I'm coming with my kids. Don't worry about that. The Aquarium of the Americas, the Audubon Zoo, there's a ton of stuff here to see besides hitting the French Quarter. Now, don't get me wrong, walking around the French Quarter is so cool because you have this beautiful architecture you can see, and yes, it's good for a party and lots of great restaurants, but don't think New Orleans is just the French Quarter. It's a very tiny part of a very big city. And leading off to that one is, don't stay in the French Quarter. Don't get a hotel in the French Quarter, because I'll be honest, this gets loud and rowdy pretty much every night of the year. We're here and it's actually, they're setting records for the coldest nights, okay? And it's freezing. Like, I have my winter coat down there, but the bars are still packed. People are still out partying, having a good time, going crazy. And that loudness really makes it so it's not really enjoyable sometimes to stay in the French Quarter. So you might want to stay just a little bit outside, on the other side of Canal Street. Go stay in the Central Business District or downtown or someplace that can really, one, cut down the price a lot, but also cut down the noise and cut down some of the stuff like that. So just a heads up for that one.
Oh, that's just invaluable advice, isn't it, guys? He is full of these amazing little pearls of wisdom, is Mark. So very, very good advice. Okay, so I think I'm guilty of this, assuming that the French Quarter of New Orleans is a lot bigger, or takes up an awful lot more of the city than it actually does. Okay, so Mark's advice, get a hotel probably outside the French Quarter, because that loud and, that party atmosphere is going to be there every night. And unless you're a hardcore party animal, which I'm not. I know, shocking, believe it or not. Do like my sleep. So yeah, probably best to not have a hotel in there. Am I right, guys? Guys, for you, New Orleans, is that good advice? Is it really that party kind of atmosphere? Did he say every other night of the year?
And the thing is when you come here, you might be driving in here, and I'm going to tell you right now, don't drive in New Orleans.
Oh,
Just don't. It is such a pain, and the biggest pain is finding parking. Not just, paying for parking and other things, but just finding parking.
Gorgeous.
It is really, really tough. So what I recommend, if you're driving in, do the valet, have them park your car and leave it. And yes, the valet, 30 bucks a day, 40 bucks a day, something like that. Just pay it, leave it, and don't worry about it. Because what's cool is you can get around town relatively easily. If you like your Uber and Lyft and taxis and stuff like that, that's no problem here. Also, they got the streetcars to take. That's one thing I've been doing. I come out of my hotel, walk down Canal Street, grab the streetcar there. $1.25, I'm down here at Jackson Square, no problem. So do that, use that around. Because taking the streetcar through the Garden District, yes, you'll see beautiful homes there as well. I mean, definitely go through the Garden District to see the homes there. But you can take the streetcar to do that and leave the car out of it. Because man, driving in New Orleans will drive you crazy. My next stone actually goes from that, is when you do park your car, don't leave anything visible, okay? New Orleans is not exactly the safest city in the world, okay? But I mean, it's not horrible, but you gotta be careful. And even if you're gonna be valet parking or leaving your car somewhere, that doesn't mean it's gonna be safe. Make sure, one, it's locked, but nothing is visible. So take everything with you that you need, take it to your hotel, put it in there, or hide it, or put it away so people can't see it, because you don't want to give somebody a reason just to break the window and take your stuff. Don't leave anything out that way, okay?
Oh, what do they say? Society sets up the crime, the criminal commits it. I think that's a general good piece of advice for absolutely anywhere. Here in the UK, it doesn't matter where I go, whether I'm visiting a city, up north, down south, anywhere, good neighborhood, bad neighborhood, just don't present the opportunity for anyone to want to take anything out of your car. Magpies. We just don't leave valuables in cars, as wherever you can. So excellent tip.
And I guess that kind of leads into my don't be complacent when you do go out to New Orleans. Look, there's a lot of people that come here, a lot of tourists, a lot of drinking. And so you will see, we saw a bunch of fights last night, people running around. You don't have a lot of pickpocketing in the US, but you do see some of that here. So you got to pay attention. Wallet in your front pocket, make sure you're paying attention. If you think, hey, I think those two guys are going to fight, believe me, they're going to. And the bandits are going to throw their butts out. And if you're between the door and that fight, you might get caught up in it. So don't be complacent when you're here. Another don't I have for you is when someone comes up to you and says, hey, I bet you I know where you got those shoes. Do not fall for that guy, okay? Because what he's going to tell you is, oh, I bet you 10 bucks I can tell you where you got those shoes. You're like, oh, they'll never know. I got these in Lisbon, so they'll never know. Ha, ha, ha. Then the guy will go, you got those shoes on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. Give me 10 bucks. You're like, what? And then they'll harass you. Just say, hey, I'm a local man. I got them here in New Orleans. Just say that and walk away, all right? Because I've seen a number of tourists getting harassed by those guys. My buddy that's here with me, he got 3 people to ask him within like 3 blocks. It was hilarious because I'm just laughing, walking in front of him. He's like, what are they? I'm like, dude, just tell them you're a local. Tell them you got your shoes in New Orleans. Just do that, okay? Don't let them get to you. Now, if you remember the beginning of the video, I said New Orleans is a great place to visit most of the year. Well, our next don't is specifically dealing with those months you don't come here. And that is, don't come in July and August. Look, New Orleans is in a swamp, guys, okay? So what is it like in a swamp? It's hot, it's muggy and gross. Well, guess what New Orleans is in July and August? It's hot and muggy and gross. Your sweat is sweating when you are here. So I do not recommend coming in July and August. It's just too hot and too miserable to be here. Otherwise, you'll be fine. It's a great place to come the rest of the year. That's why there's tons of conferences and parties and festivals here. It's not just Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, French Quarter Festival. I've been to all of them, man. It is an awesome time. And the thing is just don't come in July and August, okay? I love New Orleans, but for you, me, don't. And if you do come, don't complain about the heat and the humidity in July and August, because you came to the city in a swamp in July and August, okay? So I'm just gonna get that one out there for you. And the thing is, what's cool about New Orleans, you don't have to be concerned with being a tourist. This city is really geared for tourism. There's tons of tours, whether you want to go to the cemetery or go on a swamp tour or go to some of the plantations, a city walking tour, a garden district tour. There's so much tourism things here set up for you that it's really great. Hotels, restaurants, bars, tours, all those things, and it's a fantastic thing. So it's okay to be a tourist, and they get millions of tourists a year coming here, so you can kick back and be that tourist. You don't have to feel like, oh, how do I fit in when I'm here? Look, there's so many tourists here, everybody fits in, so you can really relax when you come here. That's why people enjoy it. It's the laissez-faire attitude of the people in New Orleans of, hey, you be you, I'll be me, let's have a good time, all right?
Yummy.
And leading off of that is don't screw over your tour guide when you do come here. What you need to know is there are some rules for the tour guides. You know, they can't let their tour groups block the sidewalk because they could get a fine. The tour guide, they can walk in the street, but the tour group can't, so stay on the sidewalk. Otherwise, they can get a fine, so do have a heads up for that one. And there's so much service industry here. A lot of people actually work on tips, so don't forget to tip. We actually had a number of bartenders tell us that a lot of the tourists that come here to party and stuff like that, they don't tip at all. So make sure you are tipping, because the waiter and the waitress and the bartenders and stuff like that and the bands, they're making their money off of tips. So do be generous with your tipping, because it makes a difference for them, okay? And I know a lot of people come down, I'm drinking, no, they're never gonna remember me. Remember, if you're at that bar, they will remember you if you tip, which means they'll come to you first before the other people, okay? So just a heads up on that one.
That's a pause it, then I just missed it. A warning. You will get full very quickly because the food is awesome in New Orleans. Yes, that is the kind of warning I want.
Now, my next don't for you is don't screw with the cops and don't screw with their horses.
Oh.
Look, the police in New Orleans are super helpful, and they're also super professional. So if you have a question, you don't know where to go, or you're worried, just go talk to them. They'll be walking around the French Quarter, they're around town, you will see them. And don't be afraid to talk to them and ask them for help, but don't mess with them. If your buddy's getting into a fight or somebody picked on them and they're fighting, don't be like, hey, cop, that was my buddy didn't start it. Cops don't care. They'll take your butt down too. All right, so don't mess with the cops and don't mess with their horses, because you'll regret it, okay? So just don't.
Can you pet the horses?
Now, one of the things you might see the cops doing is helping people that may have had too much to drink. And one thing I've always seen every time I've come here, don't be surprised if you don't see somebody crying or puking or crying and puking when you are here. So don't get puked on.
Oh.
Look, I've got one more day here in New Orleans.
Mark, you're just talking about like the average evening in the UK. It's okay. I feel like I'm a little bit immune to this now, just from being a Brit.
Orleans, and I have not got puked on yet. I'm okay. Last time I was here, Liam got me, okay? But this it's one of the few times I've come here and no one's puked on me yet. So do watch out, because people do get really drunk at night here in the French Quarter. So do have a heads up with that, all right? So do be careful with that. Now, my next don't for you is
some of the best conversations, though, if you're walking through in the evening, people have been day drinking, you see people outside having some fresh air outside a bar. Some of the best conversations, the most random rubbish, but honestly, good conversation.
don't get in a hurry. Look, in Louisiana and the South in general, things go a little slower. New Orleans is no different than that. You may think, oh, big city, hustle bustle. No. It's New Orleans. Take it easy. It's called the Big Easy, remember? Just take it easy, relax. So service, getting your beer, things getting done, all these kind of things. Just know it takes a little bit more time. That's why the streetcar is perfect. It slowly goes through town, because that's how things work here. So don't get in a hurry. And getting upset and telling people to hurry up, actually, I think makes them actually go slower. So just be ready for it. Just take it easy here at the Big Easy, okay? And one of the things you're going to want to take slow is the eating. And so my next tip for you is don't come to New Orleans when you're on a diet. Look, the food here is fantastic. Crawfish etouffee, yes, it's crawfish, not crayfish, not crawdads, it's crawfish, okay? Crawfish etouffee is fantastic. Jambalaya, gumbo, oysters, char-grilled oysters here, oh my God, they're so good. Having beignets at Café du Monde, something you don't forget to do. Yes, you have beignets, are these little donut things, man, with powdered sugar all over them. Yes, the drinking, yes, that adds calories too. The goldfish, there's so much fantastic food and drink to have here. Yes, go to Pat O'Brien's and have your hurricane, which is like this much rum and then whatever the coloring is. But you will pack on some pounds when you're here, so don't come on a diet. Don't pretend you're on a diet. Just say, you know what? I'm going to New Orleans. The diet can start again on Monday, all right? And another don't I have for you is don't be scared to bring the kids. Look, the French Quarter at night, you don't bring your kids. But until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can bring your kids to the French Quarter, no problem. And the rest of the city is very kid-friendly with the aquarium and the Audubon Zoo and the city park and all kinds of stuff and the cool architecture. And there's tours and stuff like that. Go into the Garden District. There's a children's museum here, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of people think, oh no, New Orleans is only for adults. No, it's not just for adults. They actually have a lot of really great kid stuff. And what shocks people when they come here at Mardi Gras, when you go to the parades, you see families there. Yes, New Orleans can be family friendly. Now, Bourbon Street after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to say no, it's not. But otherwise, don't forget to bring the kids when you come here. We had a great time with our kids when we came here last time, and I mean, I say why not bring them? Now, another don't I have for you is...
Oh, just before we move on to the next point. So the little boy that we saw tucking into the beignet, is that Mark's son? Does he have 2 children? It's adorable. I saw that it's the same child in the next photo, isn't it? Oh.
If you're going to be here for a weekend and there's restaurants you want to go to, don't forget to make reservations for dinner, because there's so many tourists that come here. You might wait in line for an hour or so to get into a restaurant. So there's ones you really want to get into. Make that reservation before you come so it's set up. And if you're going to be coming at Mardi Gras time and stuff like that, or any of the festivals, definitely reserve a way in advance. Otherwise, you might be, don't get me wrong, eating a po' boy on the street's not bad, but you probably want to go in and have some char-grilled oysters or something like that. So we're almost done. Don't worry, I know this is kind of a long don't list, but I want you guys to have a great time. My next don't for you is don't overdo it on your first night. Look, when you come here, you're going to want to party it up and eat it up, and you're going to get so full, and it's so full that the next day it might be miserable. So the first day, take it a bit easier, or at least plan not to do anything the next day, your second day here, because I see a lot of people not enjoying this city because they're so hungover from their first night, okay? So do be careful on that. And I guess my last don't I'm going to say,
we've had similar advice from Mark about Las Vegas, haven't we? Don't party too hard on the first day. Okay, sound advice.
Is don't forget to bring cash, and don't forget to have an ID with you. Look, if you look under 30, they probably will card you when you're going to the bars, especially on Bourbon Street. So have your ID, have it ready. Also, you want to have cash around here, not just for tipping people, but for buying a beer here and there, getting your stuff. It's just easier to have cash. And again, remember, keep your wallet in your front pocket if you do have your cash, just for safety's sake, all right? So I hope this helped you know what not to do or don't do when you do come to New Orleans. It's a fantastic city. I've been here a number of times. I got friends that are from here. They're fantastic people. I mean, the locals are so cool. Oh, and don't take their ribbings. They're making fun of you too seriously. They're really good-natured people here, and they will have some fun with you, the bless your heart stuff and all those things. That Southern hospitality is alive and well here with a little New Orleans twist. It's just a fantastic place. Anyway, if you want to learn more, 5 things you love and hate about coming to New Orleans, 5 things you should eat when you come here, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we really appreciate your likes and subscriptions. We hope you have a great time here in New Orleans, but I'm not too worried because you will. Bye from New Orleans.
Bye. I think I can take a little bit of an educated guess at the 5 things that you need to eat in New Orleans before I even watch that video. It's got to be beignets, gumbo, po' boys. Did he say jambalaya? Grilled oysters. What do you think? I'm going to have to catch that video. Oh my gosh, okay. Don't go to New Orleans on a diet. I said it properly then. It's hilarious. But to be fair, I wouldn't go on any holiday on a diet. The food is what makes the holiday for me, so I absolutely just wouldn't be on a diet at all. So no worries there. Oh, okay. I think I've got it. So sound advice there from Mark. Can you hear all the way through that video? I wonder if it's the music that you can hear, the jazz. Was it live? Where was that music coming from? Do you think it was live in the background there? That's fueling my romanticized idea of jazz filling the air. And the smell of beignets. Oh, it looks absolutely stunning. The architecture, those buildings, kind of draped in flowers, the Mardi Gras, the masks. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. It does. It looks like something out of a kind of romance novel or a Disney film in my case. Oh guys, I hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. I do love it. It's definitely one of my top cities that I have to visit. Oh my gosh, it looks absolutely beautiful. It really, really does. So thank you, Brian, for requesting that video. Got a bit of a better idea of what to not do in New Orleans. The tips about, how to not get vomited on. It's all right. Just sounds like a normal evening in the UK. Most people like to go out drinking as soon as the sun goes down. So, yes. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. Much love, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye bye.